right, so today I'm going to be talking about getting back to your why for episode 20. As always, please just subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking the link in the description below to never miss a new episode of my podcast or recipes that I upload weekly. There are also other helpful links in the description below that you might want to check out. All right, let's dive in. So, when we're on a health journey, it can be easy when we first start, to really be able to identify our why and feel very motivated to do all the things to achieve our goal. And this is great. This is great for when we're starting out, to have that motivation, to have that enthusiasm, to give us the oomph we need to make the changes, to make the hard choices. And sometimes, depending on what goals you're trying to reach, there could be some really hard changes, some really hard decisions that need to be made to get you on that track of achieving those goals. So when we start out, it is helpful to identify our why. What is our reason? Why do we want to do XYZ? Why do we want to lose weight? Why do we want to get healthier? Because when down the road, when things get really hard, when we feel like we're not achieving our goals, when we feel like we're putting all the hard work in and we're not seeing results, it can be easy to get off track, to feel discouraged, and to forget our why. But going back to our why helps us stay motivated. At least I speak from experience. Whenever it seemed to get really hard and getting stuck, and like I was putting all the work in but not getting the results I wanted to see, it was really helpful for me to go back to my why, to really dial in why I was doing these changes, why I wanted to make these changes in my life, because it can be really hard, it can be really challenging. So I'm here to tell you that it's helpful to identify your why. I put together 7 steps to achieving your goals, to setting your goals. And I want to go over them today. So, first, number 1 is identify measurable goals and list them according to importance to you. Why should you do this? This is important because, at least I believe this is important, because it gives you a baseline of goals. It shows you where you want to be. And so when things get hard and you forget your why, you could come back and see that these are the goals I wanted to achieve. This is why I set out on this journey. And this is why I'm here. Number 2 is to determine a reasonable time frame that you would like to commit to make the changes to achieve your goals. This can be really hard depending on what your health goals are, especially when it has to do with losing weight. There are so many variables, there's so many factors that, play a part in why you are carrying extra weight. It depends on, underlying root causes, eating habits, different stuff. So you have to be realistic. You can set a goal that you want to lose 5 pounds or 10 pounds in 12 weeks. And that is a really good goal. And so we don't want to set unrealistic goals, like I want to lose 50 pounds in 12 weeks. Losing 1 to 2 pounds a week is healthy weight loss. And if you're consistently losing 1 to 2 pounds a week, even half a pound a week is amazing. So giving yourself grace, giving yourself patience will really help your body know that it is safe to then heal. So don't be too hard on yourself. It can be really easy, especially when you're a perfectionist and you want to put all the hard work in and see results right away. That's not always how it works out. I see many people on social media, claiming that they drank this one drink and 25 pounds fell off. And it may have been that case for them. I don't know because I have never tried the drink. But for me, setting realistic goals that doing it the best way, the most healthy way, is going to take more time. So changing your diet, increasing your physical activity, implementing healthy lifestyle changes. It's going to take longer than just taking a weight loss pill or an injection. But you will have better outcomes. Your body will be able to sustain the changes longer than when you stop taking that medication. There's rebound, oftentimes, rebound weight. And there's serious side effects with these as well. Of course, everybody makes their own decision, and if that's the route that somebody wants to take, that is what they choose to do, and that is fine, So, but I'm here to share the 7 steps of setting your goals, achieving your goals through making the hard choices. Number 3 is pick a start date and mark it on your calendar. So this is really helpful because you pick a date that you're like, okay, this date I'm going to cut out processed foods and refined sugars and do this for, let's say, 3 months. Or even if 3 months seems too daunting for you, 2 weeks. And once you get to 2 weeks, you're like, okay, that wasn't so bad. I can do it for 2 more weeks. And you keep adding more time. Because at first, your body is probably going to go through some withdrawals and craving for these things that you're trying to remove, which is totally normal. But keep feeding your body and keep supporting your body in the healthy lifestyle changes that you have set for yourself to achieve your goals. Number 4 is identify 1 to 2 lifestyle changes you will begin implementing on that date. Like I just said, you set that date, you identify 1 to 2, and you start that. And you can do that. Let's say for 2 weeks, you're implementing 1 to 2 things. And you've got that down after 2 weeks, and you decide, I want to start implementing 2 or 3 things. So you add in one or 2 more things. And before you know it, you have added in 10 new things into your daily routine, and it's a breeze. It's not hard for you. So starting small is key to success. 5 is gather the resources you need to make the changes prior to the start date. So what resources will you need? Do you need to download a food tracking app? Do you need to download a exercising app, subscribe to a gym, get your gym membership, sign up to work with a health coach or a personal trainer? Do you need to gather meal plan ideas or recipes? Do you need to get rid of processed foods and refined sugars in your cabinets and refrigerator? Do you need to find an accountability partner? Find out what resources will help you in succeeding your goals, in being successful. Number 6 is when your start day arrives, make those decisions. So it can be easy to keep putting off making changes because it can be hard. But try your best to, when that day starts, if you have picked 2 things you want to change, do at least 1. That will go a long way for you. Number 7, last but not least, take time at the end of the day to journal about how it was implementing the changes and any changes you would like to make going forward. So this is helpful because you're checking in with yourself, you're seeing how you're feeling, you're seeing how these lifestyle changes have been supporting you, how you felt during the day, things that you need to change, or things that you've come up with and say, hey, I'd really like to not drink so much certain beverage, or I really feel like I could benefit from going to bed an hour earlier. Checking in with yourself to see how you can support your body is really key. So it's better to do something than nothing at all. So even on the days when you don't have the energy, when you don't have the time to meal plan, doing one thing, doing something, moving for 10 minutes versus 30 minutes is better than not making any time for physical activity. Start small and work your way into incorporating all the lifestyle changes needed to achieve your health goals. If you are incorporating a new lifestyle change every day and it seems daunting, like I've said before, choose 3 or 4 days where you're implementing one new lifestyle change. Then the next week, add in another lifestyle change and continue to do this until you feel comfortable implementing multiple lifestyle changes for 6 to 7 days a week. So, this is really helpful. If you choose 3 to 4 days a week, or starting out, you choose 2 days a week, and those 2 days you are going to dial in and do specific lifestyle changes. You're going to walk 30 minutes a day. You're going to add in a high protein meal. Let's say those are the 2 things. And so the 2 days that week, you're going to be on top of it and you're going to do those 2 lifestyle changes. The next week, you're going to choose another day. So now you're going to do 3 days and another lifestyle change to add in. So now you're doing 3 days a week and 3 lifestyle changes in those 3 days. And you keep building up until you have implemented all the lifestyle changes you want 6 to 7 days a week. After a while, it will become natural. It will just be like your everyday routine. You'll work into it. So starting small is very important. This will help your body ease into it so it's not such a shock, and it will help you stay motivated longer because it's not such a change. This can be really challenging, especially if you are working full time and you work in a work environment that it's hard to keep up with the lifestyle changes and feel like you're supported in that. So starting small will help you ease into it to then blossom into the health and wellness that you want to be. So I have put together an example protocol than that I kind of put together for my clients that I work with in health coaching aspect, to kind of give them an idea of things to incorporate into their life, things they can improve in, changes they can make to support their body. So if you're interested in that, in seeing an example protocol, if you've considered working with me and you want to see kind of how a protocol will put together, I customize protocols to your specific needs. So this one's just a generalized protocol that I have put together that it can benefit multiple people regardless of what their health goals are. There is kind of just like a overview of a protocol that would be helpful for anybody to implement. So if that's something you're interested in and you want me to send that to you, please comment below protocol or private message me. I would love to hear from you. But some of the areas of focus that I incorporate in here are gut health, lowering inflammation, decreasing stress, physical activity, insulin sensitivity, quality of sleep, and also bio-individuality. Everybody's different. What works for you may not work for me. What works for me may not work for you. Every person is special and unique. They have unique things going in their life. So it is helpful to understand that you are special and you are different from everyone else, and finding what works for you is really important. It can be easy to listen to somebody else and be like, well, it worked for them. They lost all that weight really fast doing XYZ, but it may not be supportive to your specific body and your specific needs to implement that change to get those results. You may have to implement something else. So being, like I've said in previous episodes, being like a little detective for your health and wellness is really important to achieving your goals. As always, this podcast is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be used as a substitute for professional medical advice. Thanks for joining me. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, and share with a friend. Comment below your feedback. I would love to hear your thoughts. As always, until next time, continue to embrace life and thrive where God has planted you right now.